are we going to do?
We'll think of something.
They are bound to find out. It can't take much longer.
Don't worry.
Don't worry. For God's sake, Patrick.
We'll achieve nothing by panicking.
You will help me, won't you?
Haven't I? I've done everything you've asked.
I know. You've been wonderful. I need you.
There's no going back. We can't stop now.
What's done, it's done.
I did it for you.
So anyway,
Good morning, Miss Simmons. How are you, Mr. Simmons?
Well, thank you.
Have you found out any more?
We're making some progress.
Oh, I see. We'll go and feed the ducks or something.
Mr. Simmons, did you know? You've got lipstick on your collar.
I didn't put a clean shirt on this morning.
Well, you can hardly blame you, can you?
Hardly.
Well, the ducks.
Oh, by the way, Miss Simmons, you work at the pharmacy at the local hospital, right?
Yes, that's right.
Thank you. More urgent things, Miss Blacklock.
look, I'm really not up to answering any questions, Inspector.
I'll be as brief as I can, but you've had another very lucky escape.
Look, I'm finding it harder and harder to accept your reasonings. How on earth could you suggest I was the intended victim this time? Anyone could have eaten that cake first.
I know that.
And as for Patrick to suggest that Clara's honey was poisoned, well, it was malicious.
I agree.
Oh, then how was the cake poisoned?
It
I mean,
was-
did Mitzi do something?
It wasn't the cake.
Oh,
It was these.
my aspirin.
Exactly. Your aspirin that you normally keep by your bed.
Oh, no, no, no.
Yeah, someone wants you dead very, very badly, Miss Blacklock.
I'm frightened, Inspector.
At last. Now perhaps you'll help me find the murderer.
Well, I haven't purposely been uncooperative. It's just that I couldn't really believe that anyone wanted to murder me.
There's no friendship where money's concerned. Did you know that Miss Girdler's health has deteriorated recently?
Well, I knew she wasn't very well.
Well, the Scottish police are saying that she's now seriously ill.
Poor Beth. I really must go to her.
Yeah, it could be poor Miss Blacklock.
Pip and Emma.
Well, they're uppermost in my mind. But I think it may be a combination of them and their parents who are trying to kill you. You said about the father, Dimitri's done for this, that he was a bit of a rogue. Do you think he goes as far as to murder for money?
I'll do anything you say, Inspector.
Good. Then you must try and think of anything and everything you can about Sonia and her husband Dimitri. But, even more important than that, Pip and Emma. Pip the son and Emma the daughter. Anything at all. Have we got any photos?
No, well, Belle Girdler's more likely to have photographs than I am.
Well, no, that's not work. The Scottish police have been up to the house. They were allowed in, but they drew a complete blank. You see, I'm hoping we'd find a physical similarity between Pip and Father Dimitri and Emma and the mother, Sonia.
Or the other way round.
Well, indeed, exactly.
Well, there was an old album. I mean, I haven't seen it for years, but it must be in the house somewhere.
You must find it.
Well, it may take a while.
Do you want any help?
No, let me try first. I shan't be long.
I believe you want to see the Inspector?
Mrs. Haynes, yes, please. Do sit down.
Oh dear, this sounds pretty serious.
Mrs. Haynes, if you're going to lie to someone, you need to cover your tracks very, very carefully.
I don't understand.
Yes, I think you do. Don't lie again. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Your husband.
Everyone says we have more freedom nowadays, that the world's more understanding than it ever was. Well, Inspector Cradock, you try being an unmarried mother.
I don't think that would work, son, have you?
It isn't easy in a small village.
So you invented a husband.
How do you think Miss Blacklock would react if she knew the truth?
Well, I think Miss Blacklock's a sympathetic and understanding person, and she's nobody's fault. I have a sneaking suspicion that she may have guessed the truth.
Oh, that's why. She's so kind to me. There are not many like her.
Does your son know the truth?
He believes his father died.
No, that's silly. You'll find out sometime.
Maybe.
My advice to you is tell him, tell everyone.
Will you tell everyone if I don't? It isn't a crime, is it?
Well, I couldn't live with it, but it's up to you.
How did you find out?
Well, we do a lot of routine work.
You've been checking up on me?
Sort of.
You make it sound very casual.
Oh, no, it isn't casual, but it is puzzling.
Puzzling.
Well, it's only a small thing. Well, I'm sure you better help us on this. It's about your son's birth certificate.
Yes.
Well, on it names his mother as Philippa Haynes.
Well, that's me.
Oh, well, then there is a problem. You see, we can't find anyone, any birth certificate for anyone with your name, at least not one that corresponds with what we know about you.
Oh, I found it, Inspector. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm not interrupting anything.
Oh, perfect timing. Mrs. Haynes and I finished for the time being.
I found it, yes. Well, I haven't had a chance to look yet.
Right. Is that Sonia?
Oh, no, that's Belle. Isn't she beautiful?
Yes, Belle at Skane, it says.
Well, that's their house in Scotland. I mean, I'm afraid the writing's rather faded.
Just tell me if there's a picture of Sonia or Dimitri. What's this? Sonia and Dimitri, Belle and Dimitri, Self and Sonia. Belle. Someone's got to this before you, Miss Blacklock.
Well, it looks like they've been ripped out.
Yes.
I don't know who's done that. Why?
Letters.
Well, they'd be from me to my sister.
Well, I'd like to skim through this if you've no objection.
Well, I'd really like to.
There might be some really important information here about Sonia and Dimitri.
Miss Blacklock.
Oh, Missy, I really do not want to be interrupted right now.
And not interrupt. I give you the sack. I go.
Missy! She can't go.
Certainly not.
I shall have to go after her.
Okay, when you catch up with her, tell her she wouldn't get further than the bus station.
Oh, Inspector!
Ah, my little sleuth.
Some people say I'm like a bad penny.
Oh, not me, Miss Marple, not me.
I saw Miss Blacklock and she told me to come in here. That girl of hers, Mitzi, was tearing down the drive like a maniac.
She is rather peculiar, isn't she?
She is indeed, Inspector. Tell me, have you found anything of any use?
Not much, really. There's just these old letters that Miss Blacklock sent to her sister Charlotte many years ago.
Oh, right. Have you found any photographs of Sonia?
No, they have rather conveniently gone missing. But Miss Blacklock did say that Sonia, dark and attractive. Now, thought about that. That reminds me of someone, does it you?
It does indeed,
Yes, and
Inspector.
to add to that, this one letter I found says, this description of Sonia, you can always tell when Sonia is angry, she clenches and unclenches her hand. Now, does that still remind you of
Julia Simmons?
Yes.
Yes, Inspector, she does it when she's agitated. I've been keeping a very careful watch on that young woman.
Yes. Well, I've had both Patrick and Julia Simmons checked. The French police have contacted the mother in the south of France, and she confirms that they're staying here.
Really? And there's no mistake?
Well, unless the woman they spoke to is someone, not their mother.
Well, could she be Sonia? Keeping out of the way until it's all over?
Yeah, the French police would have checked, but they're very thorough, so no,
No. Okay, so Patrick and Julia's mother is Letty Blacklock's cousin?
Yeah, almost certainly, yes.
Oh, what a shame. I was really rather hoping we'd found Julia, Inspector. I knew there was a strong possibility I was wrong in suspecting that young woman. But she's not the only one who does that hand-clenching business, you know. No, that Philippa Haynes does it as well.
You know, you're right. A 10 out of 10 observation.
Thank you, Inspector. Oh, it's so frustrating. There's no photographs of either of them or Sonia.
No, Sonia Godler seems to have disappeared from the face of the earth.
Oh, I'm sorry, Miss Marple. I'm sorry to keep you waiting. Did you want to see me?
Yes, I did. I'm afraid it's about the funeral service.
Listen, I must get back to the station. I'll hang on to these and I'll return them later. Goodbye, ladies.
Goodbye, Inspector.
Bye, Inspector. Thank you.
I'm terribly sorry to disturb you at a moment like this, but my nephew wanted you to know that he's finalised all the arrangements and he needs to know what hymns you would like.
Yes, of course, yes. Well, Lead, Kindly Light. That was her favourite hymn. Please thank you for me.
Yes, I certainly will.
Sorry, please forgive me.
Oh, don't. Please don't.
You see, it's just that it came to me suddenly, just what I'd lost. You know, you see, she was the only link with my past. She was the only one who remembered. And Well, now she's gone, I realise I'm just quite at loss.
I do understand. Cousins, nieces and nephews are all very well, but when you've lost the last person you shared your youth with has gone, then you are really alone.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, look, dear, I'm just leaving.
Not on my account.
Oh, no, my dear. I do have something I must do. Goodbye, Miss Blacklock.
Oh, thank you, Miss Marple. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Only letters for you and me this morning.
Thank you, Phil.
Mine's from Harry. He's looking forward to half term.
Oh, he seems like he's only just gone back to school.
Letty, I realise it isn't the best time to mention it, but it is all right, isn't it?
Philippa?
Harry, coming here for half term.
Philippa?
What's wrong?
Where are Patrick and Julia now?
Upstairs. Why? I don't understand.
Will you please get them for me?
Patrick, Julia, Letty wants a word with you. Shall I go?
No, I prefer you to stay.
Julia won't be a moment.
Sit down.
What is it?
I received this letter. It says, Dear Aunt Letty, I hope it will be all right for me to come to you on Tuesday. Patrick was going to let me know, but he hasn't. My train arrives around 6:30, and it's signed, Yours affectionately, Julia.
Oh, God.
This is from your sister.
I'm afraid so.
Then who is that young woman upstairs?
I can explain.
Please do.
I know it was a stupid thing to do, but Julia, my real sister, didn't want to take the job at the hospital here. You see, she was offered a job up in the north at some theatre as assistant stage manager. Oh, she's always been stage struck, but she knew that Mother would be furious if she took it.
Will you please explain who that woman is upstairs?
I'm trying to. When Julia and I first came back to England, we didn't want to come straight back here. There were parties to go to and people to see. I mean, that's how we met Julia, the one upstairs, I mean. She and I rather felt for each other, and if she wasn't doing anything in particular, we thought it was a marvellous idea for the girls to change identities. I mean, I like the idea for obvious reasons. And if Mother believed that Julia was here, well, my sister was here, well, she couldn't really object, could she? I mean, I was going to tell you, but I couldn't, not in these circumstances.
Who is that young woman upstairs?
Well, I'm trying to...
Who are you? Who are you?
I'm Emma Stamfordis.
I'm surprised you decided to stay with Stamfordis.
If I tried to make a run for it, you would only have caught up with me.
Yeah, she wouldn't have got out of the chipping Clayton.
Are you going to arrest me?
No, I'd like to know where your brother is first.
I haven't the faintest idea.
If this is some idea of misguided family loyalty, then I really...
I honestly don't know.
Oh, honestly? I should imagine that's a word that doesn't come easily to you.
I know how you must feel about me, but really,
Please, Miss Stamfordis, your brother.
I haven't seen him since we were 3 years old. When my parents split up, it was agreed that I should go with my father and Pete with my mother.
Let's try something different. Where's your father?
Try the moon. When I was just about old enough to take care of myself, he left me in Istanbul. I worked my way back here.
Well, what about your mother then?
Believe me, I would love to know that. I searched everywhere. She made a good job of disappearing. I even went to Scotland to see if I could get some information.
You went to see Belle?
Why not? She's my aunt. I also hoped she might help me, but it was no use. She's not part of this world anymore. Then I got to thinking about my uncle. Of course, I knew he was very rich. It occurred to me that he found Belle died. I was his only surviving relative. So I went to Somerset House and looked at his will. Was I surprised? Imagine leaving everything to a Letty Blacklock. I searched everywhere for someone who might know her. Then I had the most incredible stroke of luck. Through an acquaintance, I managed to meet Patrick and his sister. When the exchange was suggested, I had to stop myself sounding too eager.
I admire your self-control. It must have been quite an effort waiting to take a pot shot at me.
Please.
Hello, Chipping Clegg on A7. Hold on a minute. It's for you, Inspector.
Right. Hello, Craddock here. What? Yes, keep me up to date. Thank you. That's a very disturbing development. Miss Marple's been missing ever since she left here this morning.
What?
That's 7 hours.
Edward Swettenham and Miss Clara Greenwood.
What is it now, Inspector?
All in good time.
Well, I don't like policemen turning up on my doorstep and asking me to accompany them. The neighbours will be gossiping for weeks about this, and I'll be writing to the papers to complain.
Oh, well, that'll give you something to do for a change. Now, Mitzi has something to tell us all.
Missy?
Yes, I tell truth, whole truth, nothing but truth. When I first say what I see, on Friday I not tell the truth.
We all know what a liar she is.
Please.
I am in dining room. Like I say, when I hear gun go off, and when I look through keyhole, in the little moonlight, I can see Miss Blacklock.
Me? Oh,
Oh, that's
Missy!
absurd. She can't possibly have seen Miss Blacklock.
Do go on, Mr. Swettenham. Why stop now? Why couldn't she have seen Miss Blacklock? Was it because? It was because. She saw you, wasn't it?
Edmund, that's not possible.
Two people stand to gain from if Miss Blacklock dies before Miss Belgirdler. Emma Stamfordis.
And you think I'm Pip?
Who
That's
told
too
you about-
fantastic for
Who
words.
told you about Pip? It certainly wasn't me, nor anyone else in this room.
You're wrong, Inspector. I told him. He isn't Pip.
I am.
What? You wrongly assumed that Pip was a boy. Emma, you knew the truth. Why didn't you say so?
Because I suspected who you were. The inspector was right. I was holding back out of family loyalty. I didn't want to give you away.
You, of all people, Philippa.
I'm sorry, Letty, but when my mother died, I was desperate for money. Hers had gone years ago. She had told me about the will and everything. I found out about Belgirdler, and I found out that she was seriously ill.
You had gone to a lot of trouble.
It was important for me. I needed security, not for myself, for my son.
I was
so I came
prepared
here.
to help the both of you.
Yes, well, that was part of my plan, to get into your good books.
Yes, and it worked, didn't it?
But I grew fond of you.
I was even prepared to change my will in your favour.
Yeah, that scared me stiff. You said there was a very good reason for doing so. I thought you found out who he really was. That you were warning me off from trying to get my uncle's money.
No, you were coming here to murder me for it.
It never occurred to me. Even so, I felt that I deserved it more than you did. But there it is. I'm Pip, and I'm glad you know.
You and Mr. Swettenham have been seeing quite a lot of each other recently.
Yes, well, there's no need to suspect Edmund anymore, Inspector.
Isn't there? Mr. Swettenham's a struggling young writer, not yet published. There's nothing he'd like more than a rich wife.
That's not true.
You are in debt up to your eyeballs.
Oh, nonsense.
I can prove it. The bank, the bookmaker.
Oh, so what? Does that...
I'll be right, no Edmund.
A rich young wife would have solved all your problems, wouldn't it? Except, before she was rich, Miss Blacklock had to die.
Oh,
And
Edmund.
you decided to do something about it.
You couldn't.
Shall we start with your meeting Rudy Shirts?
What?
Insuring Mr. Swettenham?
Edmund, wait!
Oh, Inspector, shouldn't you?
He won't get far. I'm so sorry, Miss Greenwood. I realise this must come as a terrible shock to you.
It's like a bad dream.
I will need to see you.
Now,
Simmons? Yes, down at the station. It won't take long. Mr. Simmons, would you mind taking Miss Greenwood home?
Yes, of
I
course.
think a call to the doctor wouldn't do any harm either.
Yes, come along, Clara. Everything will be okay.
Mitzi, you are a magnificent liar.
Yes, I know. I do well, no? I do what you ask.
Yeah, to the letter. I'm sorry, it must have been a bit of a fright for you.
Yes, you are a clever girl, Mitzi.
Thank you, Miss Blacklock. I get you coffee. You look tired.
Yes, that would be good.
Black and strong.
Well, a little milk if you don't mind.
How you drink it. Horrible.